Well, that was a fun, not so fun trip. I canceled the event. I'm on my way to Ray Roberts. That's the only bright spot in all this, is that I paid for the entry fee for me and Russell to fish. He was going to fish by himself if I didn't make the cut. I didn't even get to fish Friday. So they canceled the event after one day. There is, what do I want to say? Here's the thing. Was I excited to go fish today? Yes. Very excited. Let's just say this. I had a spot that no one was going to go fish, that it hadn't been fished in months, maybe ever in a bass boat. Yeah. I was going to, sorry, I'm getting gas. I was going to go get it, it was going to be able to get in it. I looked at the water level. It was like, oh, it was this little backwater. It was pretty cool. So I had very high hopes for that. Very high hopes. I was, man, whatever. So anyways, it was ended up good night, you know. Taco Tim came by from Taco Mayo and Durant. I'll talk more about that. Came by and fed us last night. It was freaking awesome. All right, real quick, a little shout out to Taco Tim. Taco Tim runs the Taco Mayo in Durant, Oklahoma. He shouted out at me over Instagram, and he was like, "Hey man, I'll come feed y'all one night." And I was like, "What? Yeah, right. Like no way." Let me back that up. He first said, "Hey man, if you're stopping by on the way down here, stop by, I'll feed you." What ended up happening, I ended up going to my daughter's soccer game and stuff, and then drove up late that night, or maybe it was the next morning. I can't even remember. And so it ended up being where I couldn't stop. So he's like, "Well, I'll just come feed y'all." Like, "How many of y'all?" And I'm like, "Well, there's like 3 of us." So he drove up from Durant, Oklahoma, and fed us the night before the tournament. I mean, a spread of stuff. It was bad. Let me take that back. It was bad because I ate so much. Like, I'm one of those guys, man. You sit me down at a Mexican restaurant, I'm just going to keep eating. So, I don't know. I had like 6 tacos. I had nachos. I had all kinds of stuff. Anyways, shout out to Taco Tim, Taco Mayo, Durant, Oklahoma. Appreciate it. Go give him a visit, guys. I promise you, you'll enjoy it. He has the best Taco Mayo. All right, back to the story. Woke up at 5:30. Was ready to go. Whatever. I figured I was looking at the radar all night. The lightning and everything kept me up. I was like, okay, they're going to delay us, and they did. They're like 6 o'clock. I think we got the message that it's gonna. No, 5 o'clock, something like that. 5:30, we got the message it was going to be delayed till 8. I don't sleep very well anyway, so I was like, I stayed up the whole time. 6:30 was when I was going to get all my stuff ready and get out of there. At like 6:40, I had almost everything packed up, ready to go to the boat ramp, and Blake comes out, and he's like, it was just funny because he was like, "Hey, this and that," and I'm like, he's like, "You packed up, ready to go?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You going to Ray Roberts?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "It's canceled." I'm like, "Oh," I hadn't even looked at my phone. He's like, "Oh, it came in like 2 minutes ago." So I hopped in. Now I'm driving to Ray Roberts. I'm getting gas right now in my truck. Big storm's hitting Ray Roberts right now. Russell's already there. I'll get there around probably 10:30. Get some practice in. Fish Bass Champs. Yeah, I gotta get out of here because the gas filled up. But share with y'all what's going on, and a lot of traveling, so I'm not doing as many videos about what's going on. But I'll try to explain it all here about everything that went on. I will say I don't know if they should have canceled today. They were going to have to cancel Saturday, no doubt. Maybe it was a good idea to cancel today. I'm not an expert on Eufaula. I mean, it was coming. I'll explain what was going on. Let me get to driving, and I'll talk about that in a second. All right, let's go over Eufaula. So it was 4 foot high when we got there from rain, from earlier. And then it rained. Let me see if I can get these days right. It rained one night. Oh, that's what happened. I'm sorry. It had been raining in Oklahoma City. It missed us, but it rained in Oklahoma City like crazy. So all of a sudden the lake starts coming up. Okay. So the lake starts coming up a lot, like an inch an hour. And it's none of it's local rain. It's all, rain from Oklahoma and all that stuff. So it starts coming up. Like, okay, no big deal. Then it rained on us that one day and flooded. It was, I guess, Wednesday before the tournament. We got off the water around 11. It floods, whatever. So no big deal. Now, did it make it come up more? Not necessarily fast or anything like that, but it was more water going in, but it was still the Oklahoma City. That ended up just making it worse. And then, I think that had a lot to do with the weight. The weights were already going to be bad. We already knew that. But then it kind of messed up a little bit, I think. No, it messed up a lot because I was going to catch them in that one area. I had a couple areas, like all of a sudden I could get bit. And it totally messed that up from the water coming up. But not the water coming up, I think the rain. The rain messed it up. Yesterday it didn't rain. Last night came it flooded for about 3 or 4 hours. And we're watching, so you gotta realize, it's coming up an inch an hour. So when I think I went to bed, it was like 6 foot high. I don't know what happens when they close it. Like, someone said it's gonna be 10 or 11 foot or something, I'm not really sure. But we got tons more rain, lightning, all kinds of stuff last night. It rained bad in Oklahoma City.
Well, my camera's not doing it justice because it's not showing the red tint. That is red mud out there.
So it's at least coming up an inch an hour. It might be coming up more. I don't know if it's the high water. Like, they were going to have to close Saturday, possibly for the high water. I don't know if they ever have, but I don't know how high it gets. I think they said 10 or 11 foot. It was going to hit 10. I'll watch and see. I'll check it out on my deep dive app, because my deep dive app, I'm surprised still works, because that's all I've been using. Because I've been checking out Eufaula. I've been checking out Ray Roberts. I've been looking at Texoma. Not for a tournament. Texoma's come up like 6 foot. All the rain they're getting, or it's about to come up at least 10. It came up an hour overnight, a foot overnight. So anyways, I'm just checking my deep dive app on all this stuff and watching the weather and the radar, and it's like raining on me. It's rained on me the whole way to Ray Roberts, and then Ray Roberts is getting hammered on right now. Oh, and because it's up like 2 foot, but I think they're gonna be fine. So I think it's the debris that's coming down is gonna be unsafe to, like, I don't know if there's gonna be tons of logs. I think there are already logs and stuff everywhere through there. So it's just been a bad deal. So they canceled it. My thoughts on it, I don't know if I think they might have just looked at the whole situation of like the weather being bad and the light. I will say this, there's freaking crazy amounts of lightning. Like, it was hard to sleep through it all. I think it was that, on top of delaying the last day, knowing they're gonna have to probably cancel Saturday, lake coming up, probably could be unsafe conditions. And I don't really know. Like, it could be unsafe on certain places in the lake. Chances are, I'm guessing wherever we were, maybe not. It might have been right there in the middle, like where we all take off from. I'm not sure. I guarantee you where we're going, like where we were going, once we get through the chute, it was probably going to be totally fine. But that's irrelevant, right? Like, you can't just say, oh, well, most of y'all are fishing here and we're going to cancel it because, or, we're not going to cancel it because we know where y'all are fishing. If the lake gets bad, maybe it's only half the lake, it might not even be where we're fishing. They can't sit there and just assume where we're going to go or something. I don't know. That's my only thought to all this. I was not expecting them. Well, we had talked about it last night, canceling it, but I was like, no, they're going to get us another day. What we did not want, this is our number one thing we didn't want. And this is me selfishly. One, it was bad. The whole tournament was bad, right? Practice was bad. The tournament was not fun. Nothing about it was good. Not their fault. Just weather and Eufaula and whatever. I don't know if they're going to go back to Eufaula anytime soon. Like, it has not been good since we've been going. It just has, the lake's fished horrible every single time I've been there. Now, I like the lake, but it's is not good. We didn't want, what I did not want to like cancel today and then have to go Saturday. Right? I just didn't, none of us wanted to do that. None of us. We're like, golly, that's just it's gonna be higher, it's gonna be worse. We were worried about the thunderstorms. Like, say it wasn't about the flooding and it was more about the thunderstorms, and then they cancel. We sit around all day in the rain waiting to go, and then they cancel and we stayed there all day. I'm so much happier that they didn't make us launch our boats, doing all that, canceled it. I'll be, we're all driving. So at least we get some days back, right? We're not just sitting around waiting for them to do all this stuff. That's the worst. So at least that happened. I'm not upset. I did want to, like, I will say about this. This isn't a knock on the winners or Angler of the Year or any of this stuff. And I'll be the first to admit, you got to catch them. You got, like, I should have caught them on day one. I actually played it safe for once, and that's why I almost never play it safe. I did not go to where my big ones were, because I was like, I'll save that for day two. It was because of my boat number and so on. And I'll explain maybe more of that later too, about, I was worried that if the first person that went through my area was going to get all them bites. And I was like, man, no one was going to catch my fish on the other place. You couldn't catch them all. Like, you were just going to get one or two, but they were going to be big ones. Not saying I should have done it. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, I just feel, poor Blake. I'm going to do a podcast with Blake. That's his third big tournament, 2 opens in a Toyota now, where it's a one-day shootout. You don't get a chance to come back. You just feel like a little incomplete, right? So, yeah, I dropped from 4th to 7th in Angler of the Year. Kind of sucks. I wanted at least a shot at another day to see what happened. I mean, I think with 3 tournaments, you have to be really good on every day, but it's really hard when you start, like, just the more tournaments you have, the more days you have, the better fisherman comes out. Now, don't take that away from Dakota, because, like, Dakota caught him in all the events. So it's not that. It's just, I ain't gonna lie, I want to have more days so I can catch up to Dakota. But if I was Dakota, I'd be like, heck yeah, I'm glad they canceled it. Same thing with River, winning the event. One day. I've never really done, I can't remember ever doing really good in we haven't had I guess we've had some 2-day events where I did good. Never did it good in a one-day. I don't remember even hardly fishing a one-day event. It hadn't happened too many times for me. If you did good, great. I always seem to move up as the days go on. So I rarely go down. I usually go up. So I would have liked more days, but I get it. Not upset about it. Now I get to go to Bass Champs, Ray Roberts, and I mean, I just went Belton, won me a $10,000 check. Maybe me and Russell can go make things happen. Last year I fished it by myself at this time and finished 4th or 5th and won the 10,000. So only had 4. I can't remember. I said 4th or 5th. I know I only had 4 fish. I had 3 big ones and then like a 3-pounder. And so yeah, I hope to go down there and see what we can do. I caught him the other day when I practiced. I made that video. So it's different now. It's come up 1.5 feet, but I think we know how to catch them when it's like this. We'll see. I'll be down there in like an hour. See you guys. So this is funny. There's 3 boats coming in to like put in because of the weather, and I'm not put in, like that, like they're coming out because of the weather, and I'm like about to put in. So it's just funny. I can't wait either. Like, I'm excited to get out there. So yeah, come on in, boys. Leave that lake for me. Appreciate it.